The news is brought to you by the Journal Kentucky Lexington Monitor, jklm.us, on the World Wide Web, jklm.us.
In an effort to be as open as we could be under the restrictions of our agreements, we asked Richard Crane, the omnibus trustee for this transaction, and all the parties involved, and a very reputable Los Angeles attorney to act in his capacity as trustee and give a letter to all of you to confirm his involvement and the reason for the delay. Interestingly enough, one of Mr. Crane's law partners is the father of Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And all of the Gates family are good friends of his to this day, and these are substantial people and not figments of someone's imagination. Mr. Crane furnished this letter to you in good faith, acting not only on behalf of his law firm, not as in behalf of his law firm, but as a reputable attorney in a private business arrangement. The response was a criticism of his letterhead, and one of the council people stated that he thought it was a hoax. Be assured that Mr. Crane's background and reputation as an attorney, he does not deal in hoaxes. In fact, Mr. Crane is also one of the most respected and recognized attorney in the country, having served as former head of the Federal Strike Force on Organized Crime, and who is today representing many of the major corporations and wealthy individuals of the world, including one of those that committed the funding for this project. Unfortunately, good faith was once again met with the same negativism from the same group of naysayers. I have been criticizing for being optimistic about Centerpoint. We have been as open and as frank with you and the public as we could be under the circumstances and within our business judgment. If a time frame is given and for some reason it was not met, then so be it. I assure you that when pressed for such timetables, we do our best to respond and as honestly as we know at the time. But things do change. So we are always torn between not giving an opinion or giving an honest opinion. One thing is for sure here, though, and that we have never undertaken the project that we did not finish, and we do not intend to do so starting with this one. In closing, let me say that although we still believe a viable financing plan is in place that will allow Centerpoint to be constructed in the near future. This could require 60 to 90 days for the trustee to work through the legal and business process, and at which time we can then hope for construction to begin. That is all we have to say about that today, except that we've already posted the bonds required by the Kentucky Department of Transportation and have lifted the encroachment permits by which we are allowed to close certain traffic lanes so as to allow our contractors to stage there and proceed. As to the Vice Mayor's request that we spend $300,000 or more to fill and seed that site now when construction is projected to begin very soon, with all due respect, we feel that to do so at this time would be a waste. The site has been fenced within the rules. The sidewalks around the site have been temporarily reopened, and we have otherwise complied with the law.
For WSKY TV News, Lexington. On YouTube, A Still Small Voice, the only book proving that our current economic crisis has been caused by the Vatican II decree for open borders and high taxes to support third world nation building that was adopted by Washington and exported globally through the United Nations. A Still Small Voice. Go to skybridgepress.com and click on the books link. A Still Small Voice.